Hey everyone, glad to see you here. Today we are getting into why I started 75 Hard again, why I'm super excited about it, and why you probably should too. This has been something that for me, 75 Hard has allowed me to be more successful, achieve more, be more fit, but most importantly, I'll talk to you about that at the end of this. So let's get into this. Why did I start this again? What was the big turning point right now? If you have watched or followed any of my information, you know that just recently I had a big motorcycle crash. I ended up breaking my pelvis. And as big of a setback as this was, I knew as soon as I was in the hospital, I had a couple opportunities here. Obviously, it's truly your ability to take these negatives in life and turn them into positives that will ultimately determine kind of your success in the future. At least it's my feelings. And so I looked at this, I'm like, what all could I use this and really fire myself and push myself with this injury? How could I take that and implement that in my life? And so number one, I've been a big runner, and this is more physically, but it rolls into everything. And for me, I've been riding for the past several years. I weigh 190 pounds in my goals. I haven't made a huge push at that because I'm also a big lifter, and for me, keeping on size has always been something I've done really, really well. And so I've been stuck in that 210 to 216 range for a very, very long amount of time. Now I have leaned down, I've got more fit, but it's just been something that it's been pegged right there, and I haven't been able to get lower than that. So I knew that this is the first part. I knew this was the opportunity to break that 200 pound mark for sure. I knew that I was gonna be laid up. I was gonna be unable to do a lot of things. Heck, I can't even shoot a YouTube video standing up because I'd have to balance on one leg or use crutches right now. And so I was like, man, this could be the time where I'll lose a little bit of muscle. I'll focus on leaning out and I'll really plummet my weight so I can get this thing built back up the best way possible for me. So that was kind of the one big takeaway that I knew I could leverage into this. And so the reason for starting 75 Hard was, well, if I'm gonna be losing weight, I also need to be doing something to stay active. And right now, the workouts are gonna be incredibly boring. I think that the best aspect of this program has been helped even more by it being so incredibly boring. One, it's hard to do these over and over and over again when all I can do is a band workout or a wheelchair roll is what I call it. But given that I have to do that over and over and over again and it's not that exciting, this thing is something that allows me to kind of push through that, allows me to keep going. And then the other piece was I have a broken bone. I am wanting this to heal as fast as possible. I'm wanting to give my body the best opportunity to heal. So no alcohol, not that bad of a thing. Can add inflammation to your body. I picked a diet of basically ketogenic or pretty much carnivore, which here again, also a lot of inflammation taken off the table because of potential allergies to foods or all the processed garbage people eat now. And that's on you, whatever you want to eat. That's not a knock. It's just that stuff can add inflammation. And for my injury, I wanted to give it the best chance. So one, diet was going to help with that. Two, diet was going to help me break that weight point. And three, the workout part is going to be really, really hard to want to do. It's going to help me do that while, again, going back to the other things, help me break that weight point. So all the stuff piled together with all the things I already do. I've talked a bunch of different times about being on TRT and watching your hormones and really staying in tune with your body to make sure that your body is operating at a peak level, because that goes into everything. When you're in GrowCom, we're always talking about the foundational 4 pillars of your life. One of them is your health. And without your health, you have no wealth of anything. No wealth of family, no wealth of money, no wealth of excitement. And that's why this is so foundational. So whether it is all of this or staying up on hormones, I've been staying extremely in tune with all of this. And now all of this is going to push these goals forward so much faster, with the backside goal being able to run faster, being able to compete more. My weight point of wanting to be a lower weight was never based off of looks. It just happened to be the things that I like to do. Weight, being above 200 pounds, just didn't seem as cohesive as being under 200 pounds. Side note to this, if you like this kind of talk at all, or staying, like keeping some muscle on and running, Nick Bear, awesome podcast, really kind of keeps me going while I'm thinking about all of this stuff and give me some other pointers to look at. But these goals all tie together into one final outcome that I'm excited to have. That is the outcome that I've been alluding to that would be even more important than all of this is your mind, your mental. Your mentality is everything in the game of competing, the game of business, the game of relationships, everything in your life. Your outlook, your opinion, your view shapes everything. The words we use about ourselves, we become, because our mind hears that and just starts to follow suit. So I tied all of this stuff together, and I used what luckily I've always really had, is the ability to be positive in pretty shitty times. And I'm going to put this together in an awesome ability to, if I heal well, which I'm believing that everything's going super, super well, get the x-rays this week, really excited. But as long as I stay on pace, be even more ready for the Ironman that we were wanting to do this year. And that's kind of the long-term goal here. It is hinging, yes, on if I heal a little slower, that could be a problem. If I heal on target, that should be really, really doable. And for me, running faster is a great outcome that I want, but something like this, it's not even about going fast. It's just about being able to compete. I thought this was a cool update to kind of show, hey, 75 Hard, it is a very, very cool thing that everyone should look into. The creator of it's Andy Frisella. It's a lifestyle. It's not really a program, but he created a way to kind of be the ultimate version of yourself. And everybody that does this has the best part of their business during those 75 days, is usually the most successful and sees gains they never would have expected from something like this. Because a lot of people look at it like a weight loss thing. I was looking at it for I needed all these aspects, and I knew that I was going to be challenged because I was going to be frustrated about what I could and couldn't do at this given time. And I knew this would go into everything, and it would fuel my personal growth towards other stuff even more. So this is really just a review of why you should do 75 Hard. You want your business to grow, you want your life to grow, you want to expand and become more. Pushing yourself to do stuff is massive. Staying uncomfortable is everything. That's why I sign off everything with stay uncomfortable. I don't care what I said. But this is something that will show you. You can do these repetitive actions. You can do them day in and day out. You can build this mentality about becoming someone who checks off the boxes and gets shit done. So check it out. Thanks for watching. If you need some motivation to get your life in gear, look into 75 Hard. Great lifestyle, great program. Change your life.